Hey guys, this is Eric Daniels, aka Eric the Killhound, and this is going to be part 2 of airsoft versus paintball. Um, First off, we're gonna go with your electronic models in airsoft. Now I know in my last video I talked broadly. These are going to be more detailed videos. First of all, we're going to talk electronics. Okay, with your AEGs and all your guns out there like that, even your mid-grade, low-grade AEGs, stuff like that, most of them are running off the NIM batteries, the NIMH. I call them NIMs just because they're shorter and easier. Most of my friends do that play airsoft. I do play airsoft. I'm mainly a paintballer, but I do play airsoft. So, in my opinion, I have a right to be talking about this too because I play both. So I'm in the full spectrum, not just an airsoft player that it seems are always looking at only the tournament aspect of paintball, which is not true. That's going to be later in more detail. Okay, with your AEGs, your MPEGs, I think you call them, whatever. First of all, cost. Most guns, most good airsoft guns that I see that are electronic are costing roughly around $70. That's for a good one, okay? And all those are even the cheaper good ones, okay? The cheapest electronic airsoft gun I've ever seen was $40. Now that's not including the little mini MP5s and stuff for like $20, because those are just close range backups, in my opinion, that even a spring player occasionally uses for close range. So even your low grade, like I know I can go to Walmart right now and they have a MP5, a Crossman MP5. It's like $40, okay? Now I know it's a Walmart gun, it's a Crossman, whatever. So that's $40, okay? You start getting higher and higher. I've seen just regular airsoft guns like an MP5, an M16, a G36 costing $500, $600, and those are all electronic. So yes, when they do advertise that your FPS, your feet per second, are in the 500s, that's when you have a full battery life, okay? Once that battery starts to die, you're eventually going to keep dropping and dropping till that battery is dead and won't fire anymore. So you could be starting off a game at 500, and say you go out to play for the whole day, you could be starting off and your gun might die before the end of the day. So unless you're carrying extra batteries, which batteries like that are a real pain to carry because they got the wires and everything coming out, once your gun runs out of electricity, the battery life, it's done, okay? With a paintball marker, usually they're using 9 volts, okay? The hoppers are occasionally using AA's, but usually a paintball marker is using a 9 volt, okay? Now, if you buy good 9 volts, like you can get the Pro Cells that the hospitals use, they're $3 a piece, but in my SP1, I ran one of those for 7 hours in a scenario game 2 months ago. The battery is still operating and still operating the gun, so the gun is still firing, and I usually play once or twice a week. Even though I live in Minnesota, I usually play once or twice a week. We do go out and play winter paintball too, and we do use CO2. That's another thing in another video, but we do use CO2. Now, so if you're buying good 9 volts, your paintball gun isn't going to die on you. Also, 9 volts, not that hard to carry. Just make sure you don't get them around steel wool in your pockets. Especially, they're not that hard to carry, especially when you're buying tactical vests and stuff like that. You got all the extra pouches and pockets, carry tools, carry 9 volts, extra batteries, whatever. Now, with the new X7 Phenom, they have taken their old X7, shortened it up, so now it's 3 inches shorter with the same barrel length, same size, the same upgrades still fit it. And now they have taken it so you can have the E-grip on there, which is usually what they're putting on X7. But you can switch it. If your marker dies, you can switch over to mechanical and shoot it like any standard 98 custom, an A5, more like an A5, I guess. So you can shoot it like a standard mechanical. So even if your 9 volt dies and say you haven't brought extra 9 volts, you just slip that switch over to mechanical and just keep firing. No big deal. Now the new BT-TM15 has taken their clip, which is how the 9-volt plugs into your gun, on the inside of the mag well. Your magazine goes inside far enough so that the 9-volt makes a connection on the inside and will stay connected. So all you have to do is put the 9-volt in the top of that magazine and close it. Just plug and put it in like any regular magazine, and your gun will, and your marker will fire. Now also in that magazine they have put a spare space for another 9-volt. So you can carry 2 9-volts in the clip alone. So say they buy Pro Cells. Now my SP1 has been working for 2 months. After a 7-hour scenario game, has been working for 2 months on the same battery. So they get 2 of those in that clip. They've got half a year's worth, I'd say half a year's worth of battery life right there, for $6. So roughly you're paying $1 a month for battery life for your marker. Okay, so really good batteries, work really well, and your marker's not going to die on you. That's just my opinion. I guess if you have a problem with it, leave me text comments, video responses. Video responses would be more preferable, because that way I actually get to see your point of view in your actual speaking and stuff like that, and instead of just reading what you have to say. So just talk to me. I appreciate you guys leaving comments and stuff like that on here. Now if you haven't checked out any of my other videos, do check them out. You'll see why I'm making some of these points from my other videos. So just check those out. This is only part 2. I'm not sure how many parts I'll go into. Like I said, I'm going into more details now. But in these upcoming videos, I'll be going into more detail, and you'll see why I'm making these full-on conclusions. That's it for now.